Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. My name is RedSecant. Just in between videos, I've been putting Sora and Goofy's equipment stuff back to how I like it, mostly their abilities. This is probably pretty much the last sort of update to the abilities that we're going to do in the game, because I don't think we're going to level up much more. Basically, I just got most of the normal stuff. It's easier to tell you what stuff I don't have, which is a jackpot, a treasure magnet, and basically all the extra MP moves, which I will show in a video eventually, but I don't usually like using them. Goofy, I couldn't equip a lot of his abilities, which is kind of a shame. I kept up a lot of the MP stuff that he gets because Goofy's MP is not that useful, and it's a lot more useful when he gives it to us using MP Gift. So I kept all the MP Rage and MP Haste on, and of course Second Wind and Second Chance are both super helpful. Donald we never messed with, but this is what he has if anybody's curious. I forgot to put Sora's items back, so let me just do that real quick. Alright, I gave him 4 potions, a couple ethers, and an elixir, just in case. So that's about it. If we change Sora's customize, we don't want stop there anymore. Now we get our powered up arrow, and that's the only thing we needed to change. For Goofy and Donald, I did actually change their configuration a little bit. Basically just made sure regular attacks was on constantly, so that's pretty much what's important. And if anybody's wondering, we are level 52 at this point, and there you go, that's just about it. Sorry for that, kind of took a while to just update you on everything, but now that that's done, we can move on. Last time, we made a sick Gummi ship, using all our new stuff that we got from turning in all the Dalmatians, and so now we're going to head to the last world. So we got to warp to Hollow Bastion first, and then head to the next world. Now, I kind of thought there was more you could do in Hollow Bastion, but, hoping this is not a spoiler or anything, but it comes back in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I was just thinking of stuff that you can do in Kingdom Hearts 2 there. But I'm pretty sure we're done there, especially now that we have got all the Dalmatians. There are a few more things we can do in the rest of the worlds, and this is not like the last thing we're doing. I mean, we still got that big fight in the Colosseum and all sorts of stuff. So when you first fire up your new Gummi ship, the Chip and Dale might explain some stuffs like we got a radar and the shield and stuff. So here we go. We are flying our new Gummi. Pretty cool, huh? I'm not sure how powerful it really is, because again, I prioritized the smaller cannons, which are not that great, but we put a lot on. So we also got these lasers that we can use, and we can boost if you want. And we got the shield. So I mean, the Gummi sequences are not really the most exciting parts of this game. In fact, some people kind of really hated them, but I don't know. This is pretty much the last time we're going to be flying the Gummi ship, because I got to show pulling in all the items, because this is the last world that we got to fly to. After this, there aren't any more worlds. So anyway, let me get a bunch of items on screen and show you how it pulls them in. So you see, I just flicked the analog stick there, and it pulled in a bunch of items. So it may be hard to see, but I promise it happened. Now these guys are pretty tough. Maybe I am jamming on that triangle to shoot the lasers, but nothing much is happening. That's okay. Oh, don't die. Oh, I think it just restored all our HP. That was the cockpit that did that for us. There, you see how it pulls in like all the items? Pretty nice, huh? Wow, these are some tough Gummi ships. Oh, but we're there already. Alright, no big deal. The end of the world. That's the name of this next world, so whoop-de-doo. I haven't done this in a while, so I haven't practiced this or anything, so I don't really know where to go, and as far as I remember, this is kind of a confusing world. But I think we start off with just a whole bunch of fights, so we'll just go ahead and do those. Hopefully they don't take too long. It's kind of a weird world. I mean, it's not like Disney themed or anything. It's got this nice music, though, that we had in the very start of the game, which I like.
Those worlds will be restored if
really
we
understand
answer, right?
why there are
But if we do beat
worlds
him,
here.
and all
I don't
these
know.
worlds become restored and disconnected, what's gonna happen to this place? And to us?
Sorry, I might have just made a bit of noise. I was trying on the headset to make sure the sound was coming through.
But no worries. Even if this place goes poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure
This is kind of, in my opinion, a lot of unnecessary, sort of.
Know that we will.
I don't know. Who really, like, why do they have to complicate everything by saying... I don't know. I'm not going to complain about it too much. So the other day, apparently, there was, like, kind of a flame... Like, not a flame war, because that's when you're, like, throwing down insults, though there were some insults going on. But, a couple of my viewers were arguing about whether it's pronounced Gummi ship or Gummy ship. And, in my opinion, it is Gummi ship. And I'll tell you why that is. And this will be a kind of a lengthy explanation, so just have a seat. The deal is, I took Japanese in high school, so I have a fairly rudimentary understanding of the Japanese alphabet and some Japanese vocabulary. Can we open this up? Why did our menu go away? Did I mess something up? Did we get to open that chest? Why didn't I get to open that chest, man? Maybe that was something really important. It doesn't matter, I wouldn't... Oh, here it is. Maybe this is a really weird part of the game. Oh, nice, we got a power up. Anyways, so the Japanese alphabet, let me sort of break this down for you. In the Japanese alphabet, instead of having sort of letters that you combine to make syllables phonetically, the way it works is just every letter, at least in the phonetic alphabet, and there are kind of a few different alphabets, but in the basic phonetic alphabet, every letter is a syllable. So there's a different character for all the different syllables. So that's kind of an interesting way of doing it. So they start off with just the basic vowels, which are pronounced a, I, U, E, O, and then you have consonants in front of those vowels, but those are totally different characters. It's not like in English where you combine a consonant with a vowel. You just have a whole new character. So for instance, it goes A, I, U, E, O. There are, I think, 6 characters for that, if I counted right. And then Kaki, Kuke, Ko, Mami, Mume, Mo, Tachi, Tute, To. There's Ha-hi, Hu-he, Ho. Or actually, it's Ha-hi, Fu-he, Ho. And so on. There are a few others. And so, you just have to write a whole new character every time you got another syllable. And the way those characters are pronounced is always the same. So it's not ambiguous like it is sometimes in English. So for that reason, to make a gu sound, as in Gummi, you write a ku character. Oh, we gotta fight one of these again. You write a ku character, and then you put a 10-10 on it, which just means you put a couple extra tick marks in one of the corners. And that changes any ka sound to a g sound with a G, because those are similar, and that also works to make a T sound into a D sound, and it's all kind of interesting actually. But anyways, so the way you pronounce a gu, as in G-U, that would be how you would write it in English, is just like that. It's like oo, ka, ki, ku. It's always pronounced like that. So same with a gu, it'd be a gu-mi. To make the ga-mi sound, that's like a weird sound, like to the Japanese alphabet language, I guess. That's a very weird sounding syllable. They don't have a character for that symbol. If you really had to make that, you'd have to combine a couple characters and use like a small character, like a half character. Don't worry too much about that, but to make a g sound is not natural in the Japanese language. So, because Kingdom Hearts was originally made in Japanese, and originally I would guess that all the names were made in Japanese, like designed using the Japanese alphabet, I would think that seeing something G-U would be pronounced gu, just like if it was written with an actual Japanese character that stands for gu, because that's the way you pronounce those syllables when speaking Japanese. So that's why I think it's Gummi. If it wouldn't make sense for it to be Gummy unless they changed the name for the American version, that's a possibility. And I don't know the details, but that's my reasoning. for why it's Gummi and not Gummy. Now, Gummy is a pretty common English word to refer to, you know, like, I think it's gelatin that you combine, you know, to make like gummy worms and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, Gummy is an English word, and I can see why you would think that seeing it in English, you'd think it's pronounced Gummy. But I think it comes from the Japanese, which would be Gummi. And so there we go. That's my answer to that whole thing. There was quite a bit of argument about that. But that's sort of something that I could speak about, I guess. Which is that it's like there isn't always like a right answer. Like, you know, if it's pronounced Gummi or if it's pronounced Gummy, like, where's the objective standard that's going to tell us whether it's actually Gummi or it's actually Gummy? How are we ever going to find out who is right? And the answer is we're not. I mean, the closest we could get is if we asked the developers or something if they wanted to pronounce it Gummi or Gummy. But even if we asked the developers, like, yeah, I don't know, whoever writes the story, whatever, or whoever invented the word Gummi, the point is, it's like, it's us who's experiencing the story. It's us who's experiencing it as Gummi or Gummy. So if we think of it as, you know, suppose that I grew up and always thought that it was Gummy. If that's how I experienced it, then that's how it's pronounced. If that's like my reality, then that's my reality, and there's no objective standard that can contradict that and tell me otherwise. So, wow, that was a nice stop spell. That was pretty sick. Oh, we're going to take him down. Wow, that was awesome. Great job, Donald. Anyway, alright, I'm kind of done with this whole rant about pronunciation. But it's kind of interesting that, like, different people have different pronunciations, and there isn't always, like, a right answer. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes when people write essays, like in English class, what they try to do is figure out what the author meant, or something like that. But finding out what the author meant, like, I don't think the author is, like if you find a certain theme in a book that the author didn't necessarily engineer to appear in that book, like, good for you. You should find evidence for that theme and you should explore it, like, on your own. It shouldn't matter whether that's how the author engineered the book, that's how the author intended it to be read. Like, if you find that theme, it's still relevant, it still is valid. So, I mean, just because the author doesn't intend it doesn't mean it's any less valid, any less real. So that's, I don't know, there's all kind of related there. But anyway, usually I probably would have just skipped through all these heartless battles, but whatever. We got to listen to me chatting away. It is, I don't usually record at this time. It is, I think it's August 5th. Could be yeah, I'm pretty sure it's August 5th. But it could be the 6th. But no, it's the 5th. And it's, about 10:30 p.m., which is a time when I do not usually record. But, yeah, it's a Friday night, Friday evening, 10:30 p.m., and I am making videos on the internet. So, that's cool. Anyway, this video is getting pretty long, but I just like to see if we can figure out how to get this last chest, get the last item, and then I think we just gotta head over there to move on. But we're getting some pretty sweet items, like all this power-up and defense-up stuff, so I'd like to get as much of that as we can, even if we have to fight a lot of Heartless. So let me just finish this battle, and then we're done. I haven't actually even recorded the Phantom commentary yet, because I did that, I recorded that without commentary, so I'm going to have to record the commentary for that. So maybe I'll do that once I finish this video. The problem is there is not a save point here, so maybe I'll make one more video until I can find a save point so I can save. I don't know. It's kind of weird how the recording schedule works. A few people are upset that Harvest Moon isn't happening anymore. Alright, fine, you can be upset, I don't care. Be upset all you want. It's you who's making yourself upset, you're not upsetting me. Or are you? I don't know. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Next time we'll head over there to the end of the world except we actually got quite a bit more to go. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.